Hey, everybody, that was Messing with the Kid. This is Mike on the Mike and Chris radio show, or the Chris and Mike radio show. We haven't decided yet. We don't know. Chris apparently is not here today. I'm sure he's in a kitchen somewhere deboning something. It's not a sexual term. It's a cooking term, means taking the bone out of some piece of meat or something like that. I don't know.
It's not the same as choking your chicken.
No, Chuck. Oh, no. Come on.
I'm not a foodie.
No. All right, that's Chuck Lund, our guy with all the music info. And this week, the reason we played Messing with the Kid is because it's a big blues weekend this weekend with the blues extravaganza for the BCP at the Tent at the Rock, and which I will be a part of. And we have some guests in studio again. Gabrielle Reynolds and someone she's quite familiar with, Patrick Reynolds. It's the Reynoldses.
Yeah.
The Reynoldses.
I'm not too sure. There's a guy in sunglasses.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's the blues. The blues is coming out.
He's wearing the
uniform.
uniform.
You got to have glasses if you want to play the blues.
Oh,
or a hat, pork pie hat, or I don't know.
Or some of each.
Some of each. Some of each is always helpful. So there is so much going on in this musical town of Boquete. Even sounds musical. You just say Boquete, sounds like music. Music
it rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue. Boquete just sounds like music. So Chuck, why don't we just first let me give the number in case anybody wants to call, which nobody usually does. But why don't you surprise us? Somebody out there, surprise us. Give us a call. We are going to be talking with an artist, performer, later in the show. But if you want to call us now and talk to us about the blues or any other goings-on in Boquete, the number is 6795-1323. That's 6795-1323. You'll connect with us in the studio. We can talk to you. It'll be fun. Right now, Chuck Lund with the week's lineup of music.
The most beautiful sounding city anywhere has another big week. And my golly, it starts tonight with not just music. It says here there's an all-star band blues extravaganza. And we're going to learn more about that. But that begins at 5 to 7 BCP. It features the music of all the greats: B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, Chuck Berry, et al. Following a super blues jam at the restaurant. That doesn't make sense. Tickets $10 for BCP members, $12 for non-members, and they are available online at eventsboquete.org/show reservations.
And at the door.
I was going to say that. You can always get them at the door.
Get them at the door.
And we're going to hear more about that in just a few minutes. Friday, 5 p.m., the doors open, live music starts, celebrating dinner, and the Mexican independence at oh man, please help me with this, Taburte Restaurant? Taburete Restaurant and Bar, Cabanas, via San Miguel and Alto Boquete. And here we go, 2-for-1 margaritas, Mexican-style a la carte menu. If you want
Dos por uno margaritas.
Information, reservations, 507-6742-4698. Also tonight, 6 p.m., Power Tria celebrating 5 years of peace, love, and rock and roll.
That's Gabrielle.
As a band, and that's
Kudos
Mike's
to you,
Global.
Gabrielle. 5 years of music in one band.
That's right.
Right on.
Yeah.
Also at 7:45, who else? Adi and Dario. They will be at Retro Gusto.
They're everywhere. They're setting
everywhere.
up in the parking lot right now.
That's right. Late start tonight at the Boquete Brewing Company, 8:30 to 11:30. The regular house band, the Brewing Company Band. That's today. That's all there is today.
Wow.
Tomorrow, wait a second. Look at this, 6 to 8 p.m. Another all-star blues band extravaganza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll hear more about that. Also tomorrow, 7 p.m., a salsa band with Maestro Alejandro Glez Horta on keyboards, and that's at
The Cuban Sensation.
Yeah.
Come out and see him. He's my bandmate in Café con Leche. He's terrific.
tomorrow.
Try not to dance. That's my challenge. Try not to dance.
Can't be done.
Cannot be done.
Down right there.
Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., Six Pack Band. It's a tribute show to Latin American Argentine rock, and that's going to be at Encantos Verde. And that's actually in memory of the band leader and vocalist, Marcino Cantero. That's tonight, or that's tomorrow at the Stone Cabins. If you want more information, 507-6550-9890. Late night tomorrow, Vertigo, 9 p.m. Vertigo Band with Pablo Slender. That's at the Boquete Brewing Company. Sunday, Domingo, 6 to 9 p.m. Two Monkeys. It says here Dos Manos. That doesn't mean two monkeys, does it? I don't know.
Well, it is two monkeys. It's
Monos.
Monos.
Monos, okay. And then there were going to be a couple of guys from Monkey Band, or Monkey Nerve, and they will be playing all your favorites at the Brewing Company. 7 p.m.
Oh,
Sunday.
we have a call coming in.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's finish this and then we'll take our
I'll rock
call.
on through this. The Cat Band at Segundo Frente Terrazzo and Snack Bar. That's across the street from the park in downtown. Monday, we're already into next week, 5 p.m. Our friend Tim Conley plays piano favorites from Elton John, Billy Joel, Bruce Hornsby, et al. Mike's Global. That's at 5 p.m. Monday, 6 p.m. Manic Jazz Trio at The Rock. Tuesday, 3 to 6 p.m. The monthly Wine and Cheese Afternoon with live piano music in the events room at the hotel. Oh my goodness. Pardon my Spanish, amigos. Hotel
Oh, let's see. Experience gastronomica. Let's see. Oh, Rebeque.
Rebecca.
Rebequete.
Oh,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
okay. Pardon me, Rebecca.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's 3 to 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday, of course, the Drum Circle, 4 p.m. Stone Cabins, and last and I don't know, is it least? The No Name Band. That's at the Rock Restaurant. Thursday. No time here, so open to close. Good music. And that's your music calendar for this week.
That's terrific. Thank you, Chuck. Hey, before we take our very first ever in-studio phone call, let me introduce the artistic directors. Are you both the artistic directors?
No, she is.
She's the artistic. All right, who are you? Get out of here. The artistic director,
I'm a henchman.
Gabrielle Reynolds and
Hola.
Patrick Reynolds, who are certainly important parts of the BCP.
Why, thank you. Thank you
We
very
like to get in there and make a mess. That's what we do.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about some of the upcoming productions, but let's see who's on the
Take a
line.
call.
Yeah.
Can
There's
we?
an incoming live in
Our
studio
first call.
Woohoo!
I've always wanted to say this. Go ahead, caller. You're on the
I
air.
wanted to say that.
I
Go ahead.
I jumped your line. Sorry.
Okay, do we have our caller? Yes. Can we hear them? Who do we have on the line? This, we don't hear anybody. Are you there?
Live
Caller.
radio.
See, this is how
Okay.
you know we haven't
This
done
is live
before.
radio,
Yeah.
folks. That's why
That's right.
we love this.
We're working without a
And
net.
We're without telephone reception, apparently, also. We don't know. Anyway, do we have the caller, or we don't know? So
You
We'll
know,
come
let's
back.
see.
Back
We'll
in
come
the
back
day-
to the
back in the
caller,
day, it used to be a
and
switchboard,
let's
and
go back
now
to
it's
the
cell phone.
I worked
BCP,
the
who has
switchboard.
a entire lineup of shows. We just mentioned Chuck just read off a whole list of
Okay.
shows. Do we have the caller? The live radio again? We don't know. Okay. Hello? Caller, are you there? Can we hear you?
Nod once if you can hear us.
Okay. It's radio, so we need to hear you. It's, are you there?
Ah,
Vilma Esquivel on guitar and Gerardo on violin. We're going to be performing a combination of jazz, Latin American, and world music. And it's going to be an intimate musical setting. We wish to bring our music to Chiriquí. It's been 7 years without visiting this great province, so we are looking forward to sharing our music from there. For a little bit of background, so that you know what we are and what we bring. I'm a singer, graduated from Berklee College of Music, and we perform jazz as well as a mixture of genres of rooted in Latin American musical tradition. And this is what we bring to you: music in a variety of languages and styles, but all with a jazz flavor for Boquete.
Well, Patricia, welcome to the show. So happy to have you. We definitely want to announce your performance and hope that people will come. You're performing at the library in Boquete, is that correct?
Yes. We're offering 2 concerts, one at 3:30 in the afternoon and the other one at 5:30. And of course, if you're interested in tickets, you can call us at 6672-3484. That's 6672-3484. Or ask for information at the Boquete Library or at our in our social media. My name is Patricia Vlieg. That's VLIEG, and we really look forward to having you at our concert.
Okay, Patricia, can you tell us a little bit about the type of music people will be hearing when they go see you at the library?
Yeah, it's jazz-based music. As I say, it's going to be a trio. It's going to be guitar, violin, and piano, and vocals. And we're going to be performing in a variety of languages. Of course, there's going to be music in English. There's wonderful standards that make, this unforgettable songs, as I always say. Now you say you love me. You cry all night through. These beautiful songs that bring memories to us, but also new music with a Latin flavor as well. So, we are looking forward to sharing with an international audience. This is music we took to Japan. We had a tour with the trio on 2019 before the pandemic, and we had 7 concerts in 6 cities there. And we're very happy that we are now back to the concerts in person, and we've been doing a lot of virtual activities during the pandemic time, and
Sure.
we're really happy that we're able to meet people in person and share this music again with all of us.
Well, that's great. So will you be singing in English and Spanish? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. We're going to be playing music from Brazil, from Argentina, Venezuela.
Oh, beautiful.
Of course, Panama, and, jazz standards as well. So it's going to be an eclectic repertoire.
Okay, Patricia Vlieg, is that correct? Did I get it right?
Yes. You
All
got
right,
it
and tell us
perfect.
once more just the date of the performance. I know there are 2 shows. The date,
Yeah,
day
it's
that
Sunday, September 18.
Oh, this Sunday. This Sunday.
This coming Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday.
Great. 2
Wow.
performances at the
Boquete
library.
Library.
You can call that number, or I guess you can they get tickets at the library?
Yes, the number is 6672-3484.
Okay.
And they can get tickets at the library as well.
All right, and how much are the tickets?
The tickets are $15.
Okay, $15 for a great show of international jazz in 4 different languages with a terrific band. Patricia Vlieg, thank you so much for coming on the show, and hope to see you this Sunday at the library.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity. Have a great day.
Sure, okay. Hasta luego, Patricia.
Hasta luego.
Okay, bye. Great. That was Patricia Vlieg. You can hear her and see her at the library this Sunday. 2 shows, 3:30 and a later one.
5:30.
5:30. Okay. I don't remember everything, folks. I have a tough enough time remembering the phone number here that's on this piece of paper in front of me. All right, so let's get that was our first phone call ever.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow,
that was nice.
Thank you, Patricia,
That was great.
for giving us our first phone call. You always remember the first one,
Yes,
the
you
first
do.
time.
Yes, you do.
You know,
Yes.
Well, and now we have the technical side figured out.
we have
Right?
that
So
figured
that's-
out. Yes,
Wonderful.
Zuleika, our tremendous engineer, She told us a phone call was coming in. She piped it into the studio. At first we couldn't hear anything, and we were miming each other. We were just we were whoever. All right, let's get back to Gabrielle and Patrick and the BCP. Wonderful things going on. Why don't you tell us
Yes.
about all the lineup of shows that you have?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we still have a lineup of shows. Last time we were on, it was somewhere in the future, and now we're in the thick of it, and I have to say, it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
This is kind of an experimental thing, this whole idea of 4 shows over 8 weeks in a tent, in the rain, in the rainy season in Central America. And I just thought that's kind
Right.
of, crazy.
Well, what could go wrong?
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
Right.
gotta say, things have really worked out. We've got a sound system that's sounding really pretty good.
It sounds great. But
Yeah.
I would say, who's the genius who came up with this idea? Let's do in the rainy season in a tent.
Well,
You take what you can get.
yeah, it's kind of the way things shook out. I mean, we didn't actually set out to do
Right,
theater in the
right.
rain, but it's working out pretty well with the
It
sound
is.
system we have, and the performers are all mic'd. They have, headset mics,
Uh-huh.
so the audience can hear just about every single word,
Yeah.
and even when it's raining.
So we got through the first show, which was Murder on Gilligan's Island. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
And it went really well. We had packed houses. We're actually going to do it again next weekend.
Oh, that's
For
great.
the folks that couldn't get in last weekend. And we're having the blues in between. So,
Oh.
I mean, this is like a
You're not
sandwich.
you're not going to have a problem hearing the blues. Let me give
No.
you the
Sure.
Mike Schwartz guarantee on that.
In fact,
You are going to hear every note.
everyone, and you don't
Yeah.
even have to be inside the tent.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, don't say that.
People
They're not
driving-
going to come in.
People driving by
Thanks
the
for
street
selling tickets,
are gonna be
Patrick.
sad because they're going to
Great.
hear music and they're going to go.
They're gonna be
I don't
sad.
have tickets.
I know.
Just
So
get
But
them-
if you
come
want
in
to
the door.
dance, you
Yeah.
got to come inside the
Yeah.
tent. And you got to pay the band, too. It's an old saying. If you want to dance, you got to pay the
Pay the
band.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people said Piper, but what did they know?
Well, that's
What
what,
did they
that's what
know?
confused me.
yeah, Peter Piper.
How many
probably.
pipers do you have in your band, Mike?
Yeah, Pepper.
We have one big piper.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
Frank the Piper. Frank the Piper man.
Frank the Piper.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a pipe in there. He's got kazoos. He's got all kinds of stuff in there, you know?
Everything you can think of. And
Yeah.
I was there yesterday
Big
for
bag of
setting up,
tricks.
and I did see that you also have a very impressive box of wires.
We have the greatest bass player / sound man
Yes.
with a box of wires.
Yes.
I really am the one who told him to get this thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's a
great.
box with wires. And what it does, it just makes amazing sound for
Yes.
the entire band, you know?
The
Don't
wires-
ask me how it works.
The
I
wires
don't
just
know.
go all
It's
over the
magical.
place, so
yeah. The wires
somehow-
go all over. The sound comes out.
Does the band actually play instruments, or does the wires do all
We
the
actually
work?
no the
Oh.
wire no
Oh,
no
okay,
no.
okay.
They probably could. They
Uh-huh.
probably could
That
sound
good.
better than us. But
No,
people
no one could sound
don't
better
want to
than
go see wires. They want
Yeah.
to see people. So
Oh,
that
I
for
see.
that reason
I see.
and that reason alone,
Yeah.
we play the instruments and the wires produce the sound.
Ah,
That
okay.
works.
all right.
Yeah,
That's a good
it works.
arrangement.
It
That's a
works.
very well done.
That's I'm happy with that arrangement.
And the people who will be dancing, and there will be people dancing because there's room to dance, they don't have to worry about the wires. The wires stay right out of the way. You can
Right, no
dance
wires down
as
there on the
much as you
dance
want.
floor.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Good arrangement.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
nicely
yeah.
done.
That's why that tent is perfect.
I know.
For
It
theater
is.
in Central America during the rainy season.
Well,
I
well,
changed my mind.
We, in the United States, it's a big deal to go see theater in the round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is theater in the rain.
Yeah,
there you go.
This is
Pitch it
theater in
away.
a circus tent.
Theater in a circus tent. It all works
Well, it works.
because it's theater. Where
Yeah.
do
The only thing missing is the trapeze. That's
Well, we do
Oh,
have-
and the elephant.
we had a little
Well, I'll bring it from my
surprise
house.
for you.
Well, we do have a mirror ball
That's right.
and a smoke machine. So
There is a
we're,
mirror
we're
ball.
really
Well,
happy.
I'll bring the
wow.
trapeze from my bedroom.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Perfect.
Wow.
That'll work.
You own some tights, don't you, Mike?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, special trapeze
Lycra
show.
is my middle name.
There
or
you go.
spandex. Lycra spandex Schwartz.
Lycra.
Yes.
All right, but let's
I've only been in town a couple years. So explain to me how long this has been going on. Is this
Oh, my
That's a
gosh.
good
long,
question.
long time?
Weeks and weeks.
All right.
Well, see, BCP started probably, I think, this is
15 years
22.
ago?
I think it's about 16 years ago. We kind of lost those 2 years for COVID.
Right.
But yeah, so 15 years prior to that, so
Yeah.
17 years ago
Yeah.
probably, this was a group of friends who were smart enough to get together and say, hey, started out just by having talks together up at the Springs. And then the people that came to the talks, they had extra fruit from their garden. They shared it. That became the Tuesday Talks and the Tuesday Market. And we got the theater down there at what is now Tap Out,
Yep.
and that was made a great place for the market and for the talks. And since you've got a theater, let's put on some shows. And it's been going pretty strong since then. The COVID shut us down. The fact that the building, went under new ownership and new people coming in. Tap Out's there now. Thank you very much, Chris Young. Where are you today?
Yeah, let's we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Chris Young. Chris Young, who Big Daddy's, Tap Out, Mesa Azul, all those places.
Delicious food.
Yeah, delicious food, great entertainment. Try to go and eat there sometime.
Eat
Eat
there.
there.
It's all good.
It's
Yeah.
good food and the prices are reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great
So
margaritas.
what we did was after that shift happened and COVID shut everything down.
You did say shift, right?
Shift.
Oh,
I did.
okay. I just want to make
shift.
sure because I
A
A
heard.
shift in building purposing. Yeah. And so we were looking for a place to do theater, and Jorg Sen of The Rock and the River Inn stepped up and said, wait a minute, did you say something about a tent? Because yes, I had. It is my fault. I will agree. It's my fault. Jorg said, I'll put the tent in, you put the shows in. Oh, and you can only have it during the rainy season. Just September and October,
Wow.
just the rainiest months. But it's an experimental, season. We haven't
Sure.
done it before. We're trying to cram
So
a
how
lot
is it
in there.
working so far?
So far, great.
I gotta say,
What
I'm
kind of,
shocked
audiences
how
have you
well.
had?
We've had
Packed
really
houses.
Packed houses. That's great.
And what are you doing here?
They're promoting. They're promoting.
Promoting.
And while we're promoting, let me
Standing
just
room only. That's what you want.
That's right.
let me just give the number one more time in case we have another caller, or maybe Patricia wants to call back. Who knows?
She might have forgotten something.
6795-1323. That's 6795-1323. If you want to talk to any one of us, you can talk to Gabrielle or Patrick from the BCP. If you have questions about any of the shows, you can talk to Chuck. If you want to say, how come the list is so long there in Boquete? Or if you want to talk to me and go, what the hell are you doing on the radio?
Yeah, nobody knows. You
No, but-
cannot talk to Chris Young, however. If you call that number
No,
today,
you have to
I'll-
call some kitchen somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
He's deboning a mango.
There you
yeah.
Now, is that number WhatsApp? Is that also,
Also-
good for WhatsApp?
Is this a WhatsApp number? Yes, it is.
See?
Okay, it's a WhatsApp number. It's easy.
Perfecto.
Call. We can hear you.
Free call.
And all right, let's
Well,
get back to.
I'm just wondering how many volunteers, how many people are involved between the actors, the director, the whole smash? How many people are within the organization?
It's about the same amount as there were extras in Ben-Hur.
there are many
Yeah.
people.
Well, that's great. More involvement.
We can always use more volunteers. Actually, we can always use more talent. I've been thrilled that as this season has gotten underway, people have been coming forward and say, I'd like to act, or
sure.
I can paint scenery, or, there's a lot of people coming up and saying, what can I do? And
Yeah.
so we're taking numbers, we're taking names, we're taking numbers, and we've got ideas going for next season and maybe some stuff in between.
Yeah.
So by all means, if you have a hankering to be on the stage or backstage or writing for stage
Or
or,
near the
helping us out,
stage.
yeah, please.
Or touch the stage.
Yes.
Well, somebody asked me the other day. They said, how many people work at? And
Yeah.
I said, well, about half.
The rest of us are sitting on our thumbs. Yes.
Well, actually, that's
But
a great.
everybody works, and it's actually a community
Yeah.
in and of itself.
Yes, it's
which
a-
is really, really fun.
That's a great point because in every show, every single show, there are people behind the scenes that don't get the credit that they deserve. The show would not take place without these people. The curtain pullers, the stage managers,
Thank
the
you,
prop
Amelia and
people,
Jessica.
all
The
these
bathroom
people.
cleaners.
The bathroom cleaners.
All those people. And, sure, the actors, the musicians get all the accolades, all the applause, but really the shows could not take place without people behind the scenes. Whether you're selling tickets, whatever you're doing, making an ad, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
The thing is, we all understand you don't miss it until it's not there. When they goof
Right.
up, when something behind the scenes goes wrong,
Right.
you know what? Then you really appreciate how good that person that he replaced was.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of, I'm just realizing how wonderful we have incredible staff working there. Oh, Linda Sawyer is like the best stage manager on the planet, and she gets everybody very organized. Actually, this is kind of a good segue into talking about the third show coming up, which is the Boquete Broadway Review. That show has older people, younger people, singers, dancers, actors, all kinds of folks are taking part in that. And a lot of these people are young, very, very young. And so their parents are involved, and their parents bring them to rehearsals and are
That's
very
great. That's a real
involved.
community.
Yeah, it's
real community
huge.
theater.
It's
Well,
very
and
impressive, yeah.
What you've done that's so impressive is you started this thing and it's grown organically. It's growing at a nice pace, and now, as you just described, we're getting the parents bringing in the kids.
Right.
That's generational. That
Yes.
doesn't go
Yeah.
away, and
Yeah.
that's what's so impressive.
So tell us a little bit about what we can expect in that show, in the Broadway Review.
Broadway reviews. So there's a lot of different favorite Broadway shows that are being sampled. Musical numbers from Cats, there's a Michael Jackson show. So there's,
Wow.
of course, our amazing Johnson Family Dancers are fantastic with Jackson.
Yeah, I love
choreography.
them, except for the fact that they stole all my dance moves.
Yeah, they
They're notorious for doing that,
Yeah.
Mike.
I think
You're not the only one
there's
who
a
stole them
note
from.
in the program to that effect.
There should be.
Yeah, but they've got they're doing The Wiz. We have I gotta
He's on
tell
down, he's on down.
you, the road. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
it's like that, but with
Yeah.
a tune.
But but
You cut
I
me to
gotta
the
tell
quick.
you, the intro for that show is a beautiful tune sung by none other than Nicole Hart.
Ooh.
Back on stage and sounding magnificent. She actually brought tears to my eyes in the first rehearsal that I heard her doing Somewhere Over the Rainbow to
Oh,
introduce The Wiz.
beautiful.
It's phenomenal. If for no other reason, come to the show to hear Nicole again. She's Boquete's favorite chanteuse,
Yes.
I think.
The chanteuse is back.
The
All right.
chanteuse is back.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about the last show, the show that you're directing?
Oh yeah, there is another show.
There is
Yes.
another show.
Yes, it's Robert Harling's very evergreen, ever popular Steel Magnolias. So we will again be featuring 6 Southern women living their lives from the point of view of a wonderful beauty salon, and a lot goes on, and a lot is interesting.
You seem to love those Southern women,
I know,
Gabrielle. What
I
is it
know.
about?
Dixie Swim Club? Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Well, I don't know. They're just interesting, and the accent is just so fun, honey child. We just have a great time doing that down there. And we actually have 2 ladies who are from the South and can't not do the accent, so they're helping the rest of us.
Right.
Coaching, they're
right.
vocal coaches. But I got to say, though, even though it's a all-female cast, takes place in a beauty parlor, this is not a show just for the ladies.
Extremely true.
Yeah, this is a show that's got everything. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll write another check, and the men will score huge major points. Not only will they enjoy the show, but they'll score huge major points with their ladies by escorting them to the show.
Oh, there you
Now,
go.
that would get me there.
Yeah,
That-
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
good.
exactly.
Just sold a ticket.
All right, all right.
So basically,
Mark them down.
basically, you're saying it's not just a chick flick.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's not a flick at all, in fact.
I know it's not a flick, but
I don't think there's a rhyming term for a chick play, so.
Okay.
At least I
we have to come up with
Let's
one.
talk about some of your chicks and the Humbers too. I'm curious. You have what, 3 plays, 3 different directors and stage managers. Where are these people background? Are people coming in like
Oh.
off the street and working their way up, or are we getting people with the experience?
It's that we get a little of each. Go ahead, honey. What
Well,
were you
we
gonna say?
drive around in a white van and hop out the back and snatch people off the street.
Yeah, actually,
That's how rumors get started.
Yeah,
That's
your
Patrick.
ice cream
fantasy.
truck?
That is fantasy. That is completely
sorry.
untrue.
Complete fantasy.
Okay,
But
sorry.
we do have a really good cross section of people who have done this for a long time. I have a big entertainment background. Patrick has a big entertainment background. And the fourth show is, I mean, I really love that it is a sampler of the types of experiences you can expect in a good theater, which is to say, madcap farce-like comedy, which is Murder on Gilligan's Island, which was very well received the first weekend, the second weekend coming up next week. We have a concert show, which is tonight and tomorrow night's Blues Extravaganza, which is all very pro, very extraordinary, wonderful musicians doing that. And we've got the Broadway Review, which is new talent. This is Rhonda Johnson's Boquete Performing Arts Conservatory, where she's training young people to be singers and dancers, and they're going to be performing in this show. And then with Steel Magnolias, we have, well, I have a directing and acting background, and we've got actors who have done this before and actors who are brand new to the stage, and we've got very young actors who are brand new to acting. They've done other types of performance before. So I feel thrilled that everybody can participate. Everybody learns what they're doing.
It
pretty well.
sounds like a very, very interesting mix. And,
Yeah.
and you have people that you're bringing up and that will
Mm-hmm.
be getting their experience. And that's just wonderful, because anyone listening to us right now, you can be a part. You don't have to just
That's
go
right.
to the shows. You can
That's right. You can
volunteer.
be a part of the BCP. They're always looking for
That's right.
performers, volunteers.
And of course, the first job you have to start with is parking the cars.
But
So-
we have a really cool orange
work your way
vest
up.
for you to wear when you're in the working the parking lot.
Yeah.
I think you need some training for that, though.
Ah,
That's a
that's-
really
that's true.
that's a really skilled position. That's not what you think of.
Not
just
just anybody
park
can
it over
do
there.
that.
No, that
No.
Well, I watched a friend do that one time, and I thought it was easy. And it should have been, but he had about 12 beers in him.
Well, that's not good for the parking attendant.
They're the only ones not allowed to drink before the show.
But I also
You
want
and
to
your buzzkill.
I want to add something that about the musicians in town, because there's a great synergy here, and I'm thinking of Gabrielle, who is from Power Trias. We mentioned that they're having a 5-year anniversary, and they are they're competing with us because they're playing in another
Oh.
venue tonight. But that's fine. That's
Oh.
okay.
That's too
We
bad.
welcome that. But Gabrielle will be jamming with us on Saturday night, and
Oh,
I love that
great.
too. That
Nice.
that we have this spirit of friendship, between.
There's a lot of camaraderie
There
within
is.
the industry
There
here.
really
It
is,
really
between
is.
the musicians and also everybody at the BCP, all the performers. They kind of go from show to show and
Right.
interact with one another.
And the directors are all very helpful to each other, and our producers are crazy wonderful. And
well,
yeah, it's
you
been
can't say
great.
producer without mentioning Mike Hill. I mean, I
No.
mention him all the time. I think
He's amazing.
he is amazing.
I just
yeah.
call him the super genius because he can engineer an answer to any question. The way he got everything strung up and the stage done and everything, I was
Yeah.
like, wow. how
He's
did
like
you even do
MacGyver
it?
on steroids.
Yeah,
Is he new with you,
exactly.
or has he been around?
No,
He
with you?
looks like
been
MacGyver
helping us
on
out for about-
steroids.
yeah, he's been helping us out for about 4 years.
Oh, you're very
And
fortunate.
He's done, set construction and design. He's done stage construction now, and he's also producing, and he's also appeared in many shows.
But he couldn't build like a house to go over the tent, could he?
No.
That he couldn't do.
I think if you'd given him
could.
just another week,
Yeah, another
probably
week he would
would've.
have done that. Oh,
But you
don't worry
know-
about the tent. I built a house over it.
When you go and see Murder on Gilligan's Island next week, you will enjoy Mike Hill's performance as the
The
Skipper.
The skipper.
And-
One of the things, though, I wanted to say about these shows and what BCP is trying to do more and more is not just have expats be part of it.
Right.
We've got Panamanians as well in the dance show. I believe there's a few musicians
We
playing.
have Daniel Caballero in the All-Star Blues Band, the
Yeah.
BCP All-Star Blues Band. Wonderful young guitarist. He just had a birthday. Feliz cumpleaños,
Oh,
Daniel.
please.
26 años.
Wow.
And
Youngster.
He's a youngster, yeah. We love playing with this. I'm going to call him a kid, just you know,
You're messing
lovingly,
with the kid? Are you just messing
lovingly
with the
though,
kid
yeah,
now?
yeah. I'm messing with the kid,
Yeah.
because
you can.
he's playing with a bunch of old guys, and I think he's having fun and he's learning, and we certainly appreciate him, and I think he appreciates us too. So there's a lot to be learned.
Well, it's going to be an amazing show tonight. I
Yes.
can't. I'll be there, of course. Gabrielle will be there, of course. We're rushing away from this show to print up your programs for tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about that, let's go back to Chuck and get the rundown again.
Cool. I have a quick question though before I
Yes.
forget it,
Yes.
and I think I've forgotten it all. Oh, here it is. You know, people sit and go, wow, you know, you got 2 months that you're really busy and all this stuff. When do you start for next year?
Oh, boy.
Because I think people would be surprised how much pre-planning goes into the whole event.
November 1st.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah.
Our closing matinee is October 30th. That's the last performance of Steel Magnolias, and then we're going right from that into. This is another first we haven't done before. We're having a massive cast party for the entire. Everybody that worked the entire season and the general public. So you can buy tickets and come to the
Woo.
Rock and have a closing gala and mingle with all the performers and all the backstage folks from
And
all
right
the
after that,
shows.
Gabrielle starts looking for another show with Southern
That's
women
it.
in it.
That's right. I got a couple.
What show? We don't know of that many, but she has to do research and look for another show with Southern women.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We've got, we were really, we pulled this together in amazingly short time because we only learned that the tent would be possible. This whole idea started to happen the end of March. And then by April, we started to say, okay, well, maybe we could make it happen. We got some numbers together and we said, let's try it. The tent was ordered, but it didn't arrive till August. So we haven't been able to actually put this thing together until, and thank you, Mike Hill, again, just a couple of weeks ago. And now jamming the whole thing into 8 weeks of performance. So, but yeah, we'll be figuring out what we're doing next year with a little more experience under our belts. And we'll start that on November 1st.
Yeah. And there's a lot more names that we should give shout outs
Yes.
to, but I didn't bring the whole list, so I don't want to leave anybody else out.
Well, Chris Minori, Chris Jones,
Mike Weber,
Mike Weber,
Yeah.
Val Strahl, and Suzanne Dobbs,
Phil Bennett.
who do the lighting. I mean, we've got just tons of people who have been working really hard to make the ticketing work, to make the tech stuff work, to make the performance work. It's really been interesting. So
It's a lot of work,
It's a
and it's
lot.
all volunteer.
it's all volunteer. Yeah.
All volunteers.
Yeah.
Well, let me
And another
run-
volunteer we have here is Chuck, who's going to give us the rundown
I
on
volunteer
this
to give
week's
you the
musical
rundown.
events.
Beginning in mere hours, 5 to 7 p.m. I think we've discussed this at the BCP. The All-Star Blues Band Extravaganza. All your favorites, B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Chuck Berry. Tickets are $10 if you're a BCP member, $12 for non-members. You can get them online at eventsboquete.org/show reservations. And as always, at the door, pick them up there. That's 5 to 7 tonight. Also tonight, beginning at 5, doors open for live music, concert, dining at the Mexican. Well, it's celebrating the Mexican independence at El Taburte Restaurant. Pardon my Spanish. That's in San Miguel, Alto Boquete. 2 por 1 margaritas. Mexican style a la carte menu. It's going to be a good time. Give them a call if you have questions. 6742-4698. 6 o'clock tonight, Power Trias. They'll be celebrating 5 años of peace, love, and rock and roll as the band celebrates at Mike's Global tonight at 6. 7:45 tonight, Ari and Dario at Retrogusto. 8:30, 11 tonight, Boquete Brewing Company, the Boquete Brewing Company Band. Mañana, Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m., once again, BCP will be extravagant. Show up, $10-12, depending if you're a member or not. Also tomorrow at 7 p.m., the Salsa Band with Maestro Alejandro Glez Horta on keyboards. That's a tap out. Tomorrow night, 7:30, six-pack band tribute show to Latin American Argentine rock band Enantos Verde. And it's in memory of the band leader, and that's at Stone Cabins. If you have info, you need info, 655-9890. 9 p.m., what starts at 9 p.m.? Oh, the Boquete Brewing Company, Vertigo Band, will be there with Pablo Slender. Saturday, 6 to 9, 2 monkeys from the Monkey Nerve Band playing all your favorite rock covers. Again, we're at the Brewing Company for that. 7 p.m., the Cat Band. They're going to be across the street from the park downtown at Segundo Fuente Terraza and Snack Bar. Next week, Monday, 5 p.m., Tim Conley, show friend.
Sunday, Patricia phoned in to say Sunday Domingo.
That's
Este
right,
Domingo.
Sunday.
At the Biblioteca. Come and see amazing
At
music.
3:30 and 5:30.
That's right. 2 shows. Go to the library.
I'm
Hear
glad-
some jazz.
Yeah, jazzy. And I hear they have a good open bar at the library. Monday, Tim Conley plays piano. All your favorites, Elton John, Billy Joel, et al. At Mike's Global Grill. That's at 5 p.m. 6 p.m., Manic Jazz Trio. That's at the Rock Monday. Tuesday, the monthly Wine and Cheese Afternoon with live piano music. Wine and cheese. That brings back some memories from like the 80s. Tuesday at 4 p.m., it's the Drum Circle. Where else? Stone Cabins. And finally, the No Name Band at the Rock Restaurant. That's Thursday. No time, so just show up. And that's what you got between now and this time next week.
Well, that's
Wow.
great. That's a
Nice.
full rundown. Don't ever say there's nothing to do in Boquete, because if you want to hear some live music, or if you
Every
want
night of
to
the week.
bang on a drum yourself,
Yeah.
you can do that. There's so much to do. So, and
Tuesdays
I think,
are no longer dark in town. Or quiet in town.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
no.
Nice and loud.
there's something to do in this town. Great music. I'm so happy to be here. You wanted to mention something else,
You know,
Gabrielle?
I did. Patrick reminded me that another of our experiments for this season, because BCP has never had a season of multiple shows before, we've never been able to do this, but this year we are offering season tickets.
Season tickets.
So if you are a BCP member, you get all 4 shows for $42.
And you can see a baseball game, or no? No.
No.
Okay.
But, you know, yeah. You can see all 4 of our amazing performances going on this experimental season in the rainy
That's
rainy
great.
season.
So you can see Murder on Gilligan's Island.
Yes. And
You can
the
see the
blues.
Blues Extravaganza if you come tonight or tomorrow.
Yes.
You can see
the Broadway,
Broadway
review and
Review and
Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias.
All 4 for $42. Now, if
Wow.
you're not a member, it's $57. But guess what?
Guess
that
what?
includes a year's membership.
Oh,
So,
wow.
bye-bye.
What a
There you go.
deal.
I know.
What a deal.
Nice.
It's a very cool thing. So we're trying that out this season and see how that goes. And next season that might be smoother. We'll see. But yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem.
If you've already paid for a couple of those shows, we'll just deduct what you've already paid.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Give a
cool.
little.
Come see us at the BCP
Discount.
Tuesday Market, and we'll make that arrangement happen. That'd
By
be
the
great.
way, just so you know that this isn't a small-time operation, I think we're going to need another volunteer to operate the fog machine.
Oh,
That's right. We have a fog machine.
high skill job.
Highly skilled
I
job.
want to know how we can get that fog machine for the blues show. Maybe at the end, something.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
that would
We'll be there.
That would be something.
So
wouldn't
we
it?
need a volunteer to come immediately to the tent at the Rock to learn how to operate the very complicated fog machine.
And also, we're going to hook it up to the box of wires.
No,
no,
don't
no,
touch the
that's
box
crazy
of
talk.
wires. That is
I
crazy
don't
talk.
think
What do
The
you mean?
wires
I
will
just
be
want to get the
controlling
fog
the
machine,
smog
the fog rolling in, so you can't see the jammers. So the jammers are like, "Where'd everybody go? I'm in the fog."
Make sure you train the new operator, because we'd hate to see it turn into a Lawrence Welk show and have
Oh.
bubbles all over
Oh,
the
no,
place.
no, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, Bubbles would be cool too,
Bubbles
though.
would be cool, and her sister Trixie.
Oh,
They'd both be
ba-dum-bum.
fun.
Yeah.
Ideas for next season.
There you go.
Like
I
it.
think we're in the process of obtaining a bubble machine, but I don't think it's gotten here yet.
Well,
See?
folks, surprise, surprise. We're in Boquete, and guess what? It's raining again, but
Hello.
that's okay. It doesn't bother me. Does it bother you, people,
Nah,
the rain?
not
at all. I love the
So it
rain.
does bother some people. They're like, oh, my God, the rain. I'm like, Yeah, that's why they have umbrellas, or which of course
Umbrellas.
I conveniently left in the car
Yeah, me
because
too.
it
I'm
wasn't
like, okay,
raining
we'll run
when
for
I
it.
got here.
Well, to paraphrase the famous Australian band Chumbawamba, I get wet, but I get dry again. No, you're never gonna keep me wet. I get wet,
Okay.
but I get dry
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
Like that, but with
Thank
a tune.
You talked about my singing.
Well,
Oh
you know,
my God, that was.
I'm glad I brought a paper bag so
Yeah.
you can carry that tune with you.
Oh, but
Oh, there's no end to the comedy, folks.
Chuck Lund shoots and scores. All right, so wonderful lineup of events, great cultural events going on in town, theatrical events, musical events. So it's just a great time to be alive, let me tell you, in Boquete.
Live and wet in Boquete.
Live and wet, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if you had a magic wand and could make one big change for next year, what would you like? What would be the big change you would really like to make to improve things?
Oh my gosh. The one big thing is the one big thing we're striving for, we're trying to raise money for, and that is a permanent
tent.
performing
Oh,
arts
sorry.
center. we love the tent, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I would like a building that has actual, ooh, I just get so excited at the
I
idea.
got chills just
I
now.
know,
A
because
permanent building.
I know, with a little art gallery in the lobby and a little cafe attached and a bar.
Oh,
and
you're not asking for too
actual-
much.
actual
I
dressing
want a little
rooms,
cafe.
dressing rooms with
Dressing
mirrors
rooms with
and
mirrors.
Maybe
lights.
bathrooms.
Can you imagine? Bathrooms.
Bathrooms? Are you kidding
I
me?
thought that was the dressing room.
You know, maybe $3-4 million would do it. I mean, we're not talking about
Such a
huge
simple
money.
thing, yeah. And the donation of property. But so that's where we're going eventually,
Yeah.
and I need that magic wand as soon as you're done with it. So,
It's not for sale.
ah,
Oh, that magic wand would be great.
yeah,
Yeah, just
that would be terrific.
Conversely, I would use the
Permanent
magic
theater?
wand to make the rain hold off until all the shows are done.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that
think
would
that's
be
harder
good
than
too.
the permanent performing arts center.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, well, with the
50-50.
with the actors being mic'd,
Uh-huh.
that has to help quite a
It
bit.
does
lot.
help a lot.
Oh, it's a huge.
yes.
It's excellent. It's really nice.
Yeah, and as a reminder, at the Blues Extravaganza, don't worry, you're going to hear everything. So
Yes.
we have the magic box with wires. I mean, come on. You know about that.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be extravagant.
It's going to be an
Extravaganza.
extravaganza
Woo!
Yay!
of blues. All right. I don't know if we have any more time. Zuleika, give me a signal here.
We have
is that
5
what we
minutes.
have?
We have
Okay.
plenty of
Apparently,
time.
Yeah, let's
apparently,
get the mime act
royal
in
clock
here.
on the
It's
wall.
a 5 every week. It's a minute faster.
Oh,
Is that
Yeah,
right?
every
Yeah,
week,
yeah.
it's 5 minutes
good,
fast
'cause
now.
every week I talk a minute slower.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's
So,
great.
so explain to me, did 2 performances of each show, Gilligan's Island?
It's
And
actually
Steel Magnolias?
Right, we're doing 2 weekends.
Weekend.
2 weekends.
So weekends are currently pretty much Saturday evening and Sunday matinee. The Blues are doing Friday and Saturday evenings. The Broadway show is going to be Saturday evening and Sunday matinee. And if there's enough demand, we'll go ahead and do Friday and Saturday evenings and Sunday matinee, 2 weekends for Steel Magnolias.
There's a
So-
Friday show for Gilligan's Island coming up.
Yeah.
next week.
Right, a Friday show.
Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday for
Yeah.
Gilligan. Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah.
not being a theater person, I've always, for each performance, how many cast members, on average, do you have for like a Gilligan, the actual cast members?
Okay, Gilligan has 8 folks in it, rotating cast. I mean, they some of them play multiple roles. You'll be quite surprised at who shows up on stage. All your friends from 1960s and 70s television sitcoms will make an appearance. And then, so that's all done by only 8 people. And then in the,
And for the people that haven't seen the show, isn't there a mystery ending or a surprise
yeah,
ending?
it's a twist ending
Yeah.
because actually it's an interactive ending.
Interactive ending.
Yeah.
And there are 3
the-
different ones.
The audience,
So it could end
Decides.
differently on different nights.
yes,
Wow.
exactly, because the audience decides who the murderer is. You have to
Oh.
watch the show carefully and get your clues and decide who you think is the moida.
the murderer on
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, yeah. So
Dun, dun, dun.
So that's 8 folks, and then we've got four major performers in the blues band, and they also make
Plus,
an amazing number of
Mistakes.
sounds.
I mean sounds.
And then the Broadway show, golly, I keep trying to find out how many actual people there are, but between the singers, the dancers, the actors, I think there's probably around 16, 17 people in that show.
And isn't there some carryover? I mean, some of the people in the Broadway show
yes.
are in
Steel
Steel
Magnolias,
Magnolias,
some of the
so
people
they have a
from-
lot of work to do.
Some of the
ahead
people
them.
from Gilligan are in Steel Magnolias.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Wow,
crossover.
Wow.
some people have rehearsals or meetings just about every day of the week.
Yep.
But that's not every situation. That's not the case for everyone. I don't want to scare people. When you're volunteering, depending on the job you take on, you might just be working 1 or 2 days a week.
Sure.
And
You do
some
what
of
you can. You
do
what you
7
can.
days a week
Yeah.
and nights.
You know, we have administrative jobs too that really need doing, that
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have, you don't have to show up to the theater for that at all. But we
Yeah.
need people to help us with publicity and promotion, with program design, with set design, with graphic design. We've got lots of things. Hopefully we have a marketing director coming on board now. So he's
Ooh.
going to help with design of season and how to promote. And
So basically, if you can design anything,
Anything,
just
come over.
contact
Yes,
Gabrielle
exactly.
and be a part of the
Well,
BCP.
It sounds more like if you have a pulse and you have an interest,
yeah,
Yeah.
show up.
And the
we'll
pulse
find
is
something
optional.
for you, right?
Yeah.
pulse is optional.
Pulse
Ooh.
is optional. You know, I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why do I feel so hungry? And then I realize it's we're through the lunch hour.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little late to talk about this, but some of the best lunch in town is at Chris's places.
Yeah.
I figured you were going to say Big Daddy's. That's one of my
Big
favorite
Daddy's.
places for
I
lunch.
talk about the pork chop every week, so I won't talk about the pork chop this
Boom,
week.
boom,
But boy, oh
chicken.
boy.
Boom Boom Chicken is right. I like the entire fried fish at Big Daddy's. That's
great.
or the fish and chips.
Also great.
Fish guy.
I
Fish
would
guy
say I'm
here.
a fan of the buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Hot and spicy.
You know,
Okay,
if
now
I
I'm
didn't know
hungry.
better, I would think that Chris at any second is going to walk through that door right there with a surprise for us of
Ribs?
some of these things
Ribs?
that we've.
Margaritas?
But
Chips.
no, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
We missed you, Chris.
Wah.
And it looks like we've kept everybody up to date.
Okay, we're
Everybody
done.
knows anything. And we'll do it again next week, won't we?
Okay, cool. And we're out.
We're out.
Excellent. Muchas gracias. All right.
We all survived it.
I think so. And one caller. That was nice. So